Friends, today we are going to explain a great survival movie. In this, a person gets stuck on a deserted island and keeps himself alive there for many years. Finally, one day he escapes from that island and meets his family and love. Stay till the end of the video to see the struggle of this person. If you like the video, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel, because your one like and subscribe will not do any harm to you, but is very important for us. So please like the video and subscribe to the channel. So let's start. At the beginning of the movie, we see a man named Chuck, who is the main character of this movie, and this story is a real story of Chuck Noland. Chuck Noland works for a FedEx company, and he is motivating the workers of the company to work on time. And in the next scene, we see that Chuck has a girlfriend named Kelly, whom Chuck loves very much. After finishing his work, Chuck goes to meet his girlfriend and spends some time with her. And at the same time, he tells his girlfriend Callie that he has to go to Malaysia for some important work, due to which his girlfriend Callie gets upset. Chuck Noland agrees with her and promises her that he will return soon. And while going to the airport, Chuck Noland gives a gift to his girlfriend. And Callie also gives him a watch of her grandfather in which Callie's photo is attached. After this, both of them get emotional and kiss each other. While leaving from there, Chuck gives her another gift which he asks her to open on the new year. Chuck and his companions leave for Malaysia. Then they face a sea storm, in which their plane crashes, and all the people in that plane die. But Chuck survives the plane crash, and sits on the plane's airboat, and he falls unconscious on it. A storm brings him to an island, and the next morning when he opens his eyes, he finds himself on an island, where there is no human presence for miles. He shouts loudly there, which does not make any sense. Then he understands that there is no one there. It is a deserted island. And when he moves towards the island, he finds coconut trees. Then he gets an idea and he quickly writes a big help sign on the sand with his feet. And he feels that when someone passes by here, he will definitely see this help sign, and will take him out of here. But night comes and no one comes. He sleeps at a place there. Next day when it is morning, he sees that half of the help sign is erased because of the sea waves. This makes him worried. Then he gets another idea and he collects wood and branches of many big trees and writes the help sign with the help of those woods. And he is hoping that when people come to search for him, they will see this sign and come to that island to save him. Chuck is hungry, so he starts looking for some food items. Then he finds some boxes of FedEx company which have come to the island along with him, and he collects them and searches for some food items in them. But he does not find any food item in them. While they were putting food items in the food, they heard the sound of something falling. Then a coconut fell near them and they realized that the sound was that of a falling coconut. Now they collect a lot of coconuts to quench their thirst, but it is very difficult to break them and extract water from them. Still, they somehow peel one coconut, but when they break it to drink water, all the water falls out, which makes them sad. Then they peel another coconut, but this time, instead of breaking it to extract water, they make a hole in it with the help of a sharp stone and quench their thirst with coconut water. After that, to satiate his hunger, he goes to catch fish in the water, and the sharp stones pierce his feet, which causes bleeding from his feet. Chuck doesn't have shoes, so he tears his pants in half and ties them around his feet. Now he decides that he will go to the highest point of the island and see from there where he is, and he will find a safe place for himself. After this, he goes to the top of the hill. After reaching there, when he looks down, he sees some movement on the seashore. And then he immediately goes there. He sees that there is a human corpse there. When he goes near the corpse, he sees that it is none other than the corpse of the pilot of the plane, due to which he gets very scared. But he brings the corpse to the shore and takes his shoes and the torch that he has with him and buries the corpse of the pilot. And it becomes night. It has been many days since Chuck has been on that island. He now wears those shoes and tries to catch fish with the help of a stick. But he is not successful in catching the fish. After that, he kills crabs with the help of that stick and eats them. In this way, he tried to catch fish there and started living by eating crabs and drinking coconut water. Slowly, he also learned to live on that island. Along with drinking coconut water, he also learned to arrange drinking water for himself by collecting the dew deposited on the leaves at night. and he used to arrange some food for himself every day. A few days pass by doing this. One day at night he sees a ship. On seeing it, he starts shouting and he starts lighting that torch by pointing it towards that ship. But his shouting and that torch are of no use. Obviously, the sound of his shouting was not reaching that ship. Then that very night he decides that the next morning he will leave from there with the help of an airboat. Then the next morning he goes to the sea with that airboat and starts trying to cross that sea with the help of that boat. But the waves of the sea are so strong that they were not allowing him to move forward. Then a big wave comes, in which Chuck's boat capsizes and Chuck collides with a sharp stone, due to which his leg gets badly injured. Due to which he takes that airboat and goes out of the sea. At the same time, it starts raining heavily there. And to avoid the rain, he hides in a cave on that island. But he lights the torch and puts it on a stone. And he sleeps in that cave. Next morning, when he opens his eyes, he sees that he had left the torch burning at night and slept, due to which the cell of the torch has become dead. Now he runs to all those things which had come to this island along with him. When he opens those boxes, he finds a football and a skating shoe and many other things in it. But only two things are useful for him. There is a big blade attached to the sole of the skating shoe, with the help of which he peels coconuts, and with the help of that blade he sharpens a stick, with which he hunts fish. With the help of that sharpened stick he catches the fish easily, and since he cannot eat those fish raw, he tries to light a fire with the help of some sticks, but while trying to light the fire his hand gets hurt and he stops burning the sticks and starts eating the coconut. Then he gets an idea that why not he burn those sticks by rubbing them. And he does the same. With a little effort the sticks catch fire, which makes him very happy. This happens for the first time when he is very happy on this island. Now he cooks those fish in that fire and eats it. We see that the football is covered with Chuck's blood, and with its help Chuck makes eyes, nose and lips on the blood. Chuck names the football Wilson and talks to it. Chuck makes the football his friend. The next morning we see that Chuck's tooth is aching. He had a very old toothache, but he was reluctant to go to the doctor to get it treated. Today, this tooth had become a cause of trouble for him. Chuck wanted to get rid of this tooth at any cost. That very night, he breaks his tooth with the help of a skating shoe and falls unconscious right there. And in this way, Chuck spends 4 years on that island. In these 4 years, Chuck's appearance has changed a lot. He has become very thin now. And his hair and beard have grown a lot. In these 4 years, Chuck learns to live on that island. In these days, his aim becomes so accurate that he kills the fish with the help of the stick in one go. And now Chuck has become completely adapted to living on this island. And now the friendship between Chuck and Wilson has become even deeper. One day, when he is eating the fish after catching it, he hears a sound. And when he goes there and looks, he finds a big steel sheet. He takes it to the shore, and after looking at it, he starts thinking that now he will get out of here with the help of this steel. After this, he makes a plan to build a big boat and thinks that I will use this sheet to move forward in the direction of the wind. After this, he cuts many coconut trees and brings a lot of wood from that island and builds a boat and starts waiting for the wind to blow in the opposite direction. When one day the wind starts blowing in the opposite direction, he ties Wilson, his football friend, to the boat with the help of wood and twigs and uses steel sheets as a shelter. He keeps his useful things on the boat and goes into the sea with his boat and decides to cross this sea. Now Chuck moves forward facing big sea waves, in which he faces a lot of difficulties. But somehow he crosses those waves and is very happy. Chuck keeps moving forward in the hope that he will find some ship or some help. But this journey was not going to be so easy. He moves forward in the sea like this. Chuck used to collect rainwater with the help of his clothes and store it in coconut, which helped him a lot in drinking water. And to satisfy his hunger, Chuck used to catch and eat fish. But one day a very strong sea storm comes in which all his useful things fly away and get washed away in the sea. But he somehow saves Wilson. But in the meantime, one day Wilson falls into the sea, and by the time Chuck tries to catch him, he has gone far away in the sea. Still, Chuck jumps into the sea to save his friend and runs after him. But Wilson has gone very far away, due to which Chuck is forced to come back to his boat. Now Chuck is completely broken because his friend has been separated from him. He cries a lot in his memory, because his friendship with Wilson had become very deep. After all these hardships, Chuck continues his journey alone. After a few days we see that Chuck is very tired. He does not have enough strength in his body to move his boat. Chuck lies down on the boat due to fatigue, and then we see that a cargo ship passes by and the people on the ship see Chuck. They rescue Chuck and save his life. After this, when Chuck goes to his home after recovering, everything has changed there. His family and friends are very happy to see him. And we see Kelly, whom Chuck loved very much, and Kelly also loved him very much. But now everything has changed. Kelly is also married and she also has a daughter. But she still misses Chuck. Chuck goes to meet her, and Kelly is very happy to see him. Kelly tells Chuck that she missed him a lot and also tells him that she is married, she also has a family and she has a daughter. Kelly tells him that she cannot come with him now. Chuck returns the watch that he had given her, which was with him on the island, because that watch belonged to his ancestors, so he returns it to her. With this, when Chuck starts leaving from there, he tells her that you should stay with your family. Then Kelly returns his car to Chuck, which Chuck had gifted her. Kelly says that it will be very useful for you at this time. When Chuck is leaving from there, Kelly runs after him. And Chuck also brings back his car and makes her sit in his car. Kelly tells Chuck that Chuck is her first and last love. Chuck also loves her very much. But they think for a long time and decide that Kelly should stay with her family. After this, Chuck drops Kelly at her home. Then we see in the next scene that Chuck is talking to his friend and tells him that Kelly still loves him very much. But in this game of time, she has been forced and is not with me. And this is right. He also tells her that he had tried to commit suicide many times on that island, but because of Kelly he could not do so. Now Chuck was left alone and continues his life. Then we see that Chuck had brought some boxes with him from that island, which he had not opened yet. He had thought that when he is saved, he will definitely deliver this box to its owner. He takes that box and goes to deliver it. When he reaches there is no one there. So he writes a note on that box and places it on the door of that house and starts leaving. But when he goes ahead, he is looking at a map and thinking where to go. Then a girl comes there who tells Chuck that it seems you are lost. And that girl tells Chuck the way. Chuck sees that there is the same wing mark on that car which was on that box, from which he understands that the box belongs to that girl. When Chuck follows that girl, he sees that she goes to the same house. Along with this, he also comes to know that she has also lost her partner. Seeing this, happiness is seen in Chuck's eyes and he is looking at her. So we can understand that in the future they will meet each other. With this movie ends here. So how did you like the movie? Do tell in the comment if you enjoyed watching the video, then do like the video, and also if you like to watch such movies, then subscribe to our channel. We will keep bringing such videos for you. Thank you for watching till end.